Good morning, everybody. This is Jordan Kelly with Working Aussies Homestead, and today is going to be a little bit different. We are going to talk to you today and just catch you up on life. But first things first, we're going to head to a farmer's market. Go to a farmer's market?
Oh yeah.
And which farmer's market are we going to today?
Wilmington, North Carolina farmer's market.
Nice. And what are you hoping to get?
Shrimp. Evidently they have seafood, so I'm looking to pick up some shrimp.
That's exciting. Anything else?
Just some veggies.
Some veggies. Perfect. So why aren't we going to our farmer's market this morning?
Shaking it up.
Shaking it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a slow season. We don't have much to take to our farmer's market right now, and it's honestly kind of a slow season for all of the farmers who grow your typical vegetables around here because it's the transition from summer to fall. So we're gonna try out the Wilmington Farmers Market. It's a much bigger market, so we're excited to just kind of see what the variety is there.
Looks promising.
It sounds very promising, yeah. So, not necessarily that we'll ever be a vendor, but while we are not able to grow as much during this busy season with work, we would still love to be focused on the food that we eat and make sure that we ourselves are eating good food, starting with local farmers markets. So, should we get coffee? Are we getting coffee?
I don't know. It's an hour and a half to get there. I need to...
Okay. And is that telling me no, we're not getting coffee?
Not at this very moment.
Okay. Yeah, but you're usually the one who's like, let's get up and make coffee.
Not today. Gotta get on the road.
Not today.
I gotta go get it before the shrimp's gone.
Alright, Josh. So what are some of the topics we're going to talk about today?
You had an updated doctor's appointment.
I did. Anything else? Big news? Or should we just start with that?
Let's start with that, because I don't know what we're all talking about.
Okay. So if you follow any of our previous videos, you will know that the whole reason we started our homestead just over 2 years ago was because I was unofficially diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And it's been a whirlwind of a journey. For the first 8 months after that initial incident, I was taking medication, and it got to the point where obviously the medication wasn't working, and so we opted to, along with the doctor, we opted to stop the medicine. So we really wanted to focus more on growing and raising our own food, eating a better diet, because everything that we researched and read about multiple sclerosis was that diet could really help with a lot of the symptoms. So we started doing that. I really stopped taking medication. I had gabapentin as a backup for when I needed something to help with my nerve pain. So I get nerve pain in my hips and lower back. And then fast forward to this past April, we had an incident where part of my face was paralyzed and I had super slurred speech. And when my right arm kind of curled up into a ball, and we spent just over 30 hours in the emergency room, only for all of the tests to come back normal, and they sent us home. So with that, we were given a referral to one of the neurologists up at Duke in the neuroscience department, which is actually one of the best departments for multiple sclerosis specialty. So I went in July and had an appointment, and it was really it was really nice to have a doctor that actually cared enough to listen to the whole story. Unfortunately, our way of life goes against what most doctors are used to. And so when we say that we have an organic homestead, they think that I'm refusing medication on purpose. So it was nice to have a doctor who listened to the whole story. She was able to look at all of my previous test results, and we made the decision to go ahead and complete another EEG, which is where they hook up a bunch of wires and read your brain waves. So we had that done at the beginning of August, and at the end of August I had my follow-up appointment to go over the results. We got some interesting news. I guess it's very good news in a way, but also, I don't know, I would kind of refer to it as like melancholy news. So the EEG came back normal, which is great. It really is good. But at the same time, I still have fatigue. I still occasionally have slurred speech. I have a lot of cognitive function issues. I still have a lot of chronic nerve pain. So I still deal with a lot of things on a daily basis. But looking at all of the test results, I'm structurally, and according to the EEG, my brain and my body are normal. So at this point, I requested a lower dose of the gabapentin so that I could take it and not feel so much brain fog from it. But otherwise, the recommendations from the doctor were to check out a psychologist for my anxiety, to also check out acupuncture to help manage my pain a little better. And then at this point, we are calling it a generalized neurological disorder. It's not multiple sclerosis, it's not migraines or headaches, it's not stroke or TIA, but rather it's a neurological disorder. I wasn't really given any sort of guidance on if more testing would be completed, but at this point it's just, this is where we're at, and this is what we're dealing with, and really just encouraged to continue going on with healthier eating and a good lifestyle. Really the things that were very positive from the doctor when I had the appointment back in July was, she asked me if I worked and if I worked full time, and when I told her that nobody knew at work that I was sick, that puts a different perspective on like how we are trying to do better and live a better lifestyle for this. So I guess all in all, it was good news that everything came back normal. Still dealing with everything and trying to figure out how to maneuver that, as this is just everyday life now. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you have any feelings or thoughts about it?
I don't think so. I mean, we're not back to square one, but I think we're solidifying us doing this.
And really the need to, I guess at the same time, what does it say that all of my tests come back normal when we're living this lifestyle? Has it helped to heal my body? Probably, most likely. But that's kind of where we're at with me health-wise. In terms of our absence on the channel, what's going on your end?
I have been working a lot. Picking up shifts for people who have had to be absent or whatever. So that's taken away time from videoing, doing things on the homestead, but bringing in some good money to put on the debt. So I've been doing that.
And along with work, I started at a new store, so I'm working more hours, which is awesome. But then I've also kind of amped up my dog training a bit. If you guys watched our last budgeting video, in there I talk about how I completely doubled my income this month, the month of September, for adding in dog training, doing board and train, and then I have another dog training client. So there's a lot going on in life, and as I'm sure if you guys are also homesteaders, you understand that it is the change of the seasons, ready to start all of your fall and winter crops, and it's busy, and our garden is not there. There's half of it that's overgrown with grass and weeds, and then there's one row where like Josh planted the whole row of cabbage, and we have
three rows, and
3 rows of cabbage, and I think we have maybe 8 plants.
Well, it wasn't 3 rows of cabbage, but 3 rows of individual plants, and I think we have 8 plants out of 3 rows. So
those 8 plants look great, but it's just been a very difficult transition with us working more and staying on top of the homestead. We did process 20 meat birds. I think Josh is going to, maybe if you don't add in some of the clips to this video, it's going to be another video that we're going to put out. We also have some rabbits that are ready to harvest, and it's just been a whirlwind of a summer. So we planted a whole row of Roma tomatoes, and they're all just like being silver dollar size.
They're like this big.
I don't understand. They're, they got a little stunted, but I'm just now pulling them off. But seriously, the biggest one is like maybe this big when they start ripening. I've pulled 3 cucumbers off. My cucumber plants, they're still producing slowly.
Maybe we can make salsa.
There we go. We could do that.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that with our little tiny harvest of tomatoes. But we also have several, what's that? Coggernut squash?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Coggernut, cantaloupe, and then we have watermelon.
So, and those are just finally producing, even though it's no longer like summer. Technically, in a few days, it's going to be the 1st of autumn. So, we have those growing in the garden, but really beside that, the garden has kind of very much been neglected because of our change of work and just change of schedules. Josh and I used to both work a lot of nights, and now we're working both mids and nights. So that's going into work, leaving the house by 9, 10, or 11 o'clock, and then not getting home until some nights after 11, depending on what time we go into work. So it's been very different trying to figure out the different schedules. Some days we work the same shift, some days we work opposite shifts. So like I'll go into work at 5 and he'll get off at 5. So it's been a tough season because of that. And of course, everything going on still, we still are having to milk once or twice a day if we can, once at least. And just really trying to figure that out. We did get our meat box this month, so our freezer is full of beef and chicken, and we're still getting quite a few eggs every day. However, we do have some big plans for next month. 2 years ago, we went to a life-changing conference. We attended the Homesteaders of America Conference 2019, and it changed our world. At that time, we only had our small flock of 12 chickens, 1 duck, and then 50 meat chicks, and our garden that was not growing at all, but we had planted it, so we were super excited. But we went to this conference. We met some incredible people. We made awesome friendships, and we also got to listen to some of the most amazing speakers out there in the homesteading community, including Joel Salatin, Justin Rhodes, like all of the big names, and then some. And we met a lot of smaller channels too, and did a lot of awesome networking that has really inspired us in this community. So we are super excited to announce that we will actually be vendors. That's correct. You heard it right. We will be vendors at the Homesteaders of America Conference 2021, happening October 9th and 10th up in Front Royal, Virginia at Warren County Fairgrounds. And I'm excited. What are we taking?
Coney pigs, and we're probably going to bring a mini La Mancha goat as well, but the majority of it is going to be the Coney pigs.
And that is all thanks to Amy, who is the founder of Homesteaders of America. We're super excited. We will be there. We have a vendor booth where we will be having our pigs as a livestock demonstration. We might have shirts. I'm still trying to get that. That's still in the works. We'll figure it out. But if you're going to be there, stop by and say hi. I'll be at the booth the whole time. We've also discussed taking one of our dogs for sure. If you're interested in learning more about Australian Shepherds or Coney pigs, and you're going to be attending the Homesteaders of America conference next month, stop by, check us out. I'm so excited. So excited to go. We will be camping in our truck while we're there. We have a friend's trailer that we are borrowing, and
yeah, we'll be doing a build to put that all together so we can take them, so that will be coming on the channel. But
this is less than 3 weeks away, guys.
It's her fault.
We just love planning everything last minute. It wasn't all planned last minute, but
her fault.
I'm excited nonetheless, if you guys can't tell. And we hope to see you there. Well, guys, we are headed home now. We're going to show you our farmer's market haul once we get home. But let's get these veggies to a cooler spot. And we'll see you in a moment. And we are home. This is our farmer's market and Tidal Coast co-op haul. So from the farmers market, we got some elderberry tea from Elderberry Tribe, just some tea bags in there. We got some bok choy, so I can put that in a yummy soup. We got some broccoli microgreens from Terra Vita Farm, as well as some sunflower shoots and some pea shoots. Then we got some lion's mane from one of the vendors out there, and we got raw tomato salsa. So, and also we got this rosemary sea salt. This is sea salt that they make at Wrightsville Beach. So super cool, very interesting to talk to the owners of this company. So we got some rosemary sea salt to use on our steaks and chicken. And then, of course, from the store, the co-op that we went to, we got some more deodorant, some soap, we got some toothpaste, we got some loose leaf teas. So I got a digestive soothing blend, and Josh got an immunity blend. Then we got a tea ball to be able to steep the teas. Then we got some Brussels sprouts, some organic Brussels sprouts, and some organic local broccoli, as well as some chips to go with Josh's salsa. So that was our haul from today. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for joining along in just kind of a plain Jane video vlog from us today. But we appreciate your support. We appreciate you watching We appreciate you watching these videos. Go down and hit that thumbs up button. Leave us a comment down below. Say hey. And don't forget to hit subscribe.
Until next time.
We'll see ya.
Bye, guys.